Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Monday, which means it's time for us to start something new, which means we're here for Bofuri, which is what I'm going to call it, because apparently the actual title is I Hate Being in Pain, so I'll make a full defense build. No, that is too long for a YouTube title, so that's not what we're putting in it. So we're going to call it Bofuri, because that's another term I've heard to refer to this anime, and that's the one we're gonna use. Oh boy. So this one is something that I've been getting a few requests for, both on the patron side and on the other side, and it seems like there ain't fucking shit coming out. So we're gonna go back to the last season, and we're gonna grab this and see what the fuck the fuss is about this one. All I really know about this one is that it's another trapped in video game isekai. Except the video game is really poorly made, and also like it's kind of sort of similar to Shield Hero, except it's got a big dumb person with titties at the head. I guess like one other thing I heard is that like apparently Crunchyroll got in there with their fangs and just kind of removed all the funny from the subs. Like, they took one joke where she talks about about taking a pounding, and it's a Freudian slip slash, like, haha, funny, pounding, ha, and they turned it into a really bad, like, Cheemsburger level pun. So I'm really hoping I have, like, actual subs instead of the shit ones, because, oh boy, I get the feeling that's going to make this worse. So let's get in here and see what this is like in 3, 2, 1, and go. Man, not gonna lie, like we should just like fucking Crunchyroll should be taken out back and shot, like straight out. Like that's where I'm standing with Crunchyroll right now, man. Already we're fucking 3 seconds in. Cheat, fucking CG card. My mom's telling me to focus on my next test, so I can't go ahead and get isekai now. I sure hope nothing happens to isekai, everybody, so I get left behind. Aw, jeez. Look at me, the side character that's going to be completely forgotten. New World Online. Y'all know I'm using the Sword Art Online theme for this one's opening and closing, right? You guys know that's what I'm doing. Man, fucking, why do fucking, like, animes have fucking VR gloves and we don't? Closest we get is the index, and it just tracks your fingers, like, by your fucking... How hard is it to put VR sensors on fucking gloves? Because it seems like it'd be the easiest thing ever. Just get gloves, have, like a fucking, like, spine on each finger, and you have the spines bend with your fingers, and to simulate tactile response, you have the spine stiffen to prevent easy movement of your hand. Like, and that's something I just came up with off the fucking top of my head. Why is that not what we're doing with VR? Why is that not it? It doesn't seem all that hard. Like, it seems much easier than doing, like, fucking... It seems like much easier than doing these fucking, like, complicated things like, oh yes, we have the Valve Index, it's got sensors along the inside of the thing, then it tracks your knuckle movements. Like, I want one of those, but I don't know if it'll even work, because I have freaky fucking Skeletor fingers. So I don't even know if my fingers are even gonna be, like, fucking too long for that shit, you know? Come on now, at least with the gloves, like, gloves stretch a bit. So the whole joke with this, from what I've gathered from this opening, is that she fall down a lot. So even my category, she fall down a lot. It's funny. My name in the thing is Tig Ol' Bitties. How does Maple go with Cade? She gonna... I'm gonna take a shield and nothing else. I mean, that would be the smart thing to do, yes. Oh, come here, you dumb bitch. Ugh. Which of course means you're going to get hit a lot. No, don't sniff at a microphone. God, this game is just gonna be so poorly made that like she can actually reduce all damage to 0, huh? That's gonna be what it is. Here you go. Hey, by the way, the loading screen is horribly painful. Please stand by. So does this game like simulate pain? That's what I want to know. That sounds like a really like bad selling point. In this game, if you get stabbed, you feel it for real. Okay, I'd want to play a VR MMO like just for giggles. You know, it sounds like something that'd be actually kind of fun. It's 'cause of the big shield, you dumb bitch. She just dumped all her points into vitality. She dumped all of her points. You can't do damage. It's NPC. I bet it's not even an NPC. I bet she doesn't have voice chat turned on. Oh no. How funny would it be if she just didn't have voice chat turned on? So she's just shouting into the void. This feels like one of those shows where the main gimmick is that the fucking game they're in is really poorly designed. Like I feel like that's going to be the thing. Like she's going to have a defense that's so high that literally she can't do damage, but other people can't hurt her at all. Which means there's no way for her to level up, but yet she'll find a way to level up. Like, through some ridiculous bullshit. She literally can't take damage. She literally can't get hurt. Who designed this game? Fucking Christ. Like, is it on purpose? She's been there for an hour. Having this skill gives her... So not only do you have level ups, you have perks based on using your skills. But those perks actively make other things harder. Wait. Is that's how it works. This is Okay. Okay, so okay, so her skill, so it takes, so she gets, all her vitality points count for double, but the cost of all of her other skills is multiplied by 3. So, so her perk has basically pigeonholed her into boosting her defense. But not only is it impossible for her to take damage, but she's also capable of doing enough damage to one-shot someone by bapping them with her shield. Because I imagined that shielding counts as parrying, which does damage. Wait, hey, how are you running? Your agi is 0. My god, that is dumb. That is so dumb. And she got it so easily. She's literally putting on a show for the fucking bug. How is she doing any damage whatsoever? It was a tough fight. The only damage you took was from poison, you dumb bitch. How is she capable of doing damage? Her strength is 0. Giant killing? Okay, what does giant killing do? Fucking... It's so easy for her to min-max. What the fuck? She's killed 2 monsters and leveled up twice. What? No, what does that do? I see HP and MP. This game's dumb. This game is dumb. But it's like dumb in such a way that like she's just gonna take a nap. Fools, you no, even when she's sleeping, you can't hurt her. You dumb idiots. What the fuck is Klein doing here? I'm sorry, what the fuck is Balls Deep 69 doing here? What the hell? Restores 1% of max HP. So she was... Bitch, they literally can't hurt you. Seriously, you could be sitting there reading a book or fucking masturbating or something and fucking you'd be like, yeah, nah, fuck it. Go for it, chief. God, so what is the point of levels if you can just learn all these skills from just fucking just AFKing in the fucking woods? I... Do you wish to log out? Yes. Error. Log out not found. Welcome to Sword Art Online, bitch. Honestly, the Sword Art Online premise would be pretty good for this show, because you'll be like, yeah, no, I can't die. Nothing you can do kills me. Everyone's complaining about her on the forums. Oh, that's great. Everyone out here just like, hey, did you see that bitch with the shield? What the fuck? Take 0 damage. Excuse me, Mr. Balls Deep 69? Girl, you take 0 damage. You could be running around naked and nothing would happen. I guess that is one cool thing about VR MMOs. You would be able to have custom crafting like that. Because the crafting would have to be like, no, you actually have to cut the metal yourself. Unless, you know, the game goes lazy and it's just like, oh no, just hold your hand up for a bit. Like, it's probably one of the reasons why VR MMOs don't exist is because fucking, like, you'd want, like, player-created buildings and shit. It'd be like Star Wars Galaxies, and we all know how that fucking happened. Star Wars Galaxies got so fucking crowded that they literally had to fucking hold events where they would find player housing that had been left for, like, months and have the Empire strafe it with TIE fighters to fucking blow it up. Just like, hey, nobody's been in this fucking thing for like a year. Who wants to watch TIE fighters blow it up? Like, I don't like Galaxies all that much. Like, I always thought the combat was super clunky and not super great. And then, you know, there's the whole other shit that went on with it. But that's definitely my most favorite fucking part of that game. Because I'm a bitch baby coward that doesn't want to get hurt. But it turns out defense build is just it's just broken overpowered. Like, well, clearly you should just go full Tom Nook and just put the bitch in debt. You gonna send that bitch on a raid by herself. Bitch is level 3 and you're sending her off to a poison dragon lair. Then again, she is immune to poison and immune to damage, so I mean, I guess that's up her fucking alley, huh? The party has been formed. Hooray for friendship. Their wave is gonna wake, like, fucking balls deep is like, that girl's gonna fucking die. No, she's headed right the fuck there right now. Girl is level 3 and already she's off to a raid. I can't wait. I can't wait for her fucking stupid broken min-max build to just fucking destroy everything. Yeah, the opening room is just full of poison. There's no way she'll survive that. She's just like, nah, it's fine. Poison ain't shit. Oh no, they didn't die in one hit. Oh no, what will you do? Her shield does more damage than her fucking knife. Acquired shield attack. That is an attack skill! You know what? You could just take that knife and throw it in the garbage! Like, you actively just learned the ability to use your defense as an attack. Assuming that's what shield attack means. Because shields tend not to have fucking damage values. They have defense values, which means that her defense value is now her attack value as well. Oh, it's a big dumb CG dragon. Oh, hello, Arifureta. I thought I left you behind. Use your shield, dumb bitch! Like, girl, come on. You learned shield attack. They have equipment damage. She's taking no damage. Like my girl, you are taking like barely any damage. Like that was the only time you took more damage, and I imagine that was just for fucking visual purposes. She's just gonna keep doing this until she becomes immune to poison, isn't she? That's her goal. Just face tank it until she becomes immune. Jesus Christ. If that's how the... Did she accidentally figure out, like, an exploit to just... Poison immunity. Your girl is out here accidentally min-maxing. At what point does the dragon... At what point does the dragon just give up because it's too pathetic? She just... She just bit him with her Moe Fang. Don't eat it! Girl is just eating this fucking dragon alive. What the fuck? What? You don't gotta swallow it. Death by 1,000 lollynoms. Holy shit. Poison immunity advances to Hydra. What the fuck? She's already immune to poison. What, can she spit it now? She can spit magic. She can spit poison now. Armor of the Black Rose? Okay, that is... Okay, you know what? That's pretty cool armor. Jesus Christ. I feel like this is one of those, like, one of those games where it's just, like... People don't play it because, like, it's fun. People don't play it because it's a well-put-together game. People play it because the aesthetics and the fact that it's a fucking VR MMO, so there's, like, well, like, maybe 3 of them, and one of them is killing people. Jesus Christ. So let me guess, is she gonna go in and be, she's gonna go... Oh! People have stopped complaining about her and immediately going back to like, yo, you seen that bitch with the shield? My dude, you seen that bitch with the shield? Like, goddamn, she shows up. I'm a heal. I'm a healer, man. Nah, man, I'm a fucking simp for that bitch with my heels. Like, fuck, like that's the fastest fucking turnaround, man. The second they realize, oh wait, no, girl gamer. There's a girl gamer using exploits. No, that's totally fine. What's your Twitch? Oh god. I'm fucking with you, by the way, on that one. I'm not fucking just... Oh boy. Ah, the Rubik's Cube. Most powerful relics. God. So, I feel like it's done on purpose here. Okay, so since we're only one episode in, it's hard to tell. But I kind of feel like this show exists to make fun of those trapped in VR isekais that have really poor game design, because it seems almost purposeful. There's no way that any of this stuff, like, anybody could look at this and be like, oh yeah, no, that's totally fine. Yeah, no, that's like. And is there anything after it? No, there's not. Like, so Log Horizon is probably the only one I can think of that actually more or less makes sense. Like, and I guess Overlord. Actually, no, Overlord counts as well. Shit. So, yeah, no, Overlord is the only one that makes total sense going through, and the main reason it makes total sense is because it described the MMO, but it didn't go deep into the rules and all that shit, because the rules are irrelevant to the story, because Overlord, you're no longer in the game, you're in a world that is inspired by the game, so that's how they get around it. Log Horizon is probably the only one where you're inside the game, and the game rules still apply. And even then, in Log Horizon, you've got some things that kind of don't make sense or are really stupid, but like the teachings and all that. But a lot of it, you can just say, well, it made sense before it was VR, you know, or no, before it was here, before it became real, you know, like back when it was like hotbars and moving around with WASD, it made sense. Which I'll give it, because there is like a lot of stuff that doesn't work in VR, like the really shitty menus. Yeah, that does work in a traditional MMO. In a traditional MMO, you can have like fucking 60 fucking menus up, and that'll be totally fine because you can just move them around to the corners of the screen and be like, right, that goes there, that goes there, that goes there. Like, you don't need to have them all up at once. Like, you can just hotkey that shit and be ready. Or you'll have, like, you know, you have keyboard shortcuts to do stuff. In a VR game, you don't have that. So that's where it is. But then you got shit like fucking Sword Art Online, where you don't even need to think of it that hard, and you're just like, wait, why the fuck? Because this person never played a video game. Why? Like, and I feel like that's what this is making fun of, specifically Sword Art Online in that way, because it's like, so game mechanic wise, this New World Online, I mean, it even sounds like Sword Art Online. It kind of sounds like you're making the stabs there, and I'm fine with that. Like, let's see, so you have level ups which give you stat points, but then you also have things that change your playstyle based on how you do it, which in theory sounds right, except for the fact that, like, I'm imagining that most people aren't doing this. I'm imagining most people in the game are doing, like, non-specialized roles. Like, they're just going, like, okay, yeah, I'll do my attacks, I've got my shield, I've got this, and this. Got it, right? But then you, like, and because most people, when they play video games, they're set in their ways. Like, for example, when I play video games, like 9 times out of 10, I like playing Wizard. Or like or a caster class. So like in World of Warcraft, I really like playing Shaman. In Star Wars The Old Republic, I used to really like playing a Sith Sorcerer. Then they nerfed it to the fucking ground. And then I was like, you know what? Mercenary is better, because I like being a Mandalorian. And Mercenary is basically a caster, except you're casting gun instead of magic. You know, it's shit like that. So, like, if you throw me into this game, I'll be like, okay, well, I'm going to play in this way that makes sense to me. I'm going to be casting gun a lot, and I'll be using all these different spells, and I want to use as much of it as I can. Then you throw in an idiot, like fucking Cade, and it's like, I just don't want to get hurt. Shield. And the game doesn't know how to handle that, so the game just goes like, okay, well, you took a bunch of poison damage. Immune to poison. Well done. Oh, you took a bunch of physical damage. Okay, well, congratulations. You took a bunch of physical damage without doing any attacks. Congrats. There you go. Like, it honestly seems almost like a lot of these passives are like randomly generated, because it's like, who the fuck would think to fucking fall asleep while being attacked? And then who would fucking design a passive based around that? Like, I don't know, like, it's, like, a bunch of shit here is, like, it just reeks of, like, bad game design, but it's purposefully bad game design. It is basically something that is so bad and poorly put together that if you throw a normal human being at it, someone who has, like, played video games before and has a general idea of how they work, they wouldn't think of doing these because it's so stupid that it doesn't even register as a possibility. But for someone who has no concept of how games work, yeah, that would be a thing like, oh yeah, well, if I just sit here getting hit for fucking 7 years, clearly I'll be stronger against hits, right? Like, it's, like, I don't know, like, it feels like if it was in, if it was in, like, Sword Art Online, I feel like I'd be, like, a lot more upset at it. But from the fact that this is very clearly supposed to be comedic, and, like, there's a lot of, like, passing stabs at things like Sword Art Online, it really feels like a parody more than anything. So, I'm more on board, honestly. I'm honestly more on board. Fucking throw in a fucking cute anime girl going like, I don't know how any of this works, but it is working! And that's fine. Like, I think that's actually a part of the thing. Like, Kirito's attitude is like, I'm a beater. My penis is so big because my number higher because I cheat. Or not cheat, because I got all this beta knowledge of the game systems that I can abuse. You know what I mean? Like, Kirito is, like, an actively, like, uninteresting and just non-sympathetic character. Meanwhile, here we have, like, girl who has no fucking idea how video game going, like, okay, I don't want to get hurt, so okay, well, I mean, putting points into shield works. Well, I don't have any points in attack, but I'm sure that'll be fine. I don't want to hurt anyone. No, stop hurting me. Bat with shield. Oh no, Mr. Bunny! You leveled up. Well, I did. I mean, I don't want to get hurt. Boop, 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 boop. Fucking, and then the game's just like, double your multiplier. Fucking, I don't know, like, that's really neat. Like, and it's like, the game also has, like, a kind of personality to it, where the game is actively trying to pigeonhole her into that role as well. Because if you notice, most of her fucking, like, passive she got to boost her fucking vitality also make it harder for her to boost her other skills. So, she's kind of stuck now. And it's kind of neat. I don't even know why she carries a fucking weapon. Like, she learned shield attack. Like, she's... Like, her, at this point, she's at a point where her shield is doing more damage. Oh, boy. But, yeah. It's great. It's fun. I'm honestly, I can already kind of see why people are into this. And I can also kind of see why people thought I would like it, because this feels like catharsis. Because there's been a bunch of shows based around video games that I've watched, and, like, the main thing I've complained about is, that's not how games work, idiot! And now I have a show that's like, yeah, that's not how games work. Be fucking stupid if it did, right? Like, I don't know. I'm hoping this show doesn't take itself too seriously. I'm hoping that it sticks around this, like, parody level and doesn't fucking go pants on head retarded. But so far, so good. Kind of fun. But that's all I have to say about this, so let me know what you thought of this down there in the comments, whether you liked it, you disliked it, or you want to bring up something I left out, because that's entirely possible. Oh, boy. Remember to like, comment, favorite, subscribe, share social media, tell your friends, hit that share button down below, and if you want, you can always support me on Patreon, which is linked in the description and on the end card, along with a list of all the good people that keep this show up and running. And if you do join those people, then there's some other perks that are listed on that webpage. So, yeah. Anyway, as always, I am Nozavix, and I'll see you in the next video, but most importantly of all, become a trash mammal today, and I will see you a round.